Hey, we're live and shit. At least I'm trying to be live. Promised I'd go live today. I have to run the truck right now because I just got back from my little field trip in Sioux Falls. And lo and behold, hold on, I'm gonna set you down. Oh, one of yous. There we go. Try and get my shit together. So I'll try and keep up with the chat without touching the screen as much, but it goes up. Oh! It's going well already. That didn't work. Damn it. Hello. Hello, rat, lay it down. Yeah, I just got back from dinner, which went well. This is gonna tip over like a motherfucker. Alright, maybe that's okay. There we go. Do I sound alright? I am wearing a mic. We'll see if that stays. It looks like it's drifting. Why is it drifting? That's weird. Yes, I am, Rich. I'm in Sioux Falls for tonight, though. But I'll be in Rapid City tomorrow. So it's pretty cool. I hopped in an Uber and went to Texas Roadhouse here. Everything here closes at like fucking 7 o'clock. So I guess that stops people from spreading the virus. And I went to Texas Roadhouse and the shit was packed. All the tables, there wasn't this every other table horse shit. No masks, it was beautiful. It was probably a COVID-19 party, but it was fucking beautiful. You love the Cuomo song, Dennis? That's cool. Gotta have fun with it, you know? Otherwise I'd be pissed off all the time. And shit. But yeah, Sioux Falls is okay, but yeah, I like Rapid City better because I like getting out in the Black Hills. Plus, I know Rapid City a lot better than I know this place. So, hello, Love for Truth. Hello, Mary Ellis. Deep lyrics. Yeah, it took me all of 10 minutes to come up with the lyrics on that. It's very, you know, I had to reach into all my fucking brain cells for that song. It was great. I had to, like, I'm trying to keep my music set up. You know, one of the things I wanted to do, aside from go eat dinner, is I wanted to go to Guitar Center. Those motherfuckers closed at 7. Because I wanted to set up like a box to put all my music shit together in so that I can just... Because right now it takes me like 20 minutes to set up. And some days I'm just so fucking exhausted I don't feel like doing it. So... Black Hills matter? Yes, they do. Yep. Shit. But yeah, it was interesting going in and having a normal restaurant experience, with the exception that all of the staff had to wear masks. Chill Talk, I am in Sioux Falls, South Dakota for the night. And then tomorrow I'll be starting my home time in Rapid City, South Dakota. You know, visit a few friends there, including you, Rich, if you're still watching. And probably head up into the Black Hills with my backpack. Get some backpacking done, and if there's time, I'm going to hit Devil's Tower. This is all weather dependent, too. You know, if the weather's shitty, I'm probably going to be screwed out of doing outdoorsy shit. As far as the 4th of July, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure I can't get up to the fireworks display, you know, this late in the game. So, there's that. But I'm sure something will be going on somewhere. Watched an old video from 5 years ago. You seem much calmer now. I am much calmer now. You know, you wouldn't know it when I rant, though. But especially when I'm on my proper diet, being keto and mostly carnivore on that keto, it levels me right out. It's like, you know, I don't get the skyrocketing highs, but I don't get the depressions that last for days either. So But yeah, I was an asshole 5 years ago. I was drinking like a, this is bullshit. All right. Maybe I need to sit in a different spot or put my shit on a table or something. Or like put some sandbags on the shit. Ah, shit. Yes, Cuomo is a piece of shit. See, I got you on the gimbal this time, but now I need to set it on some shit. I could have put it on a tripod, but that would have required preparation and shit. I'll try not to drop you anymore. I'll hold you on my gimbal and shit. I wish this fucking chat would stay up, though. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But yeah, and I don't know if you paid attention to the news, but I completely failed at my media fast simply because I got clickbaited into it. When I think it was CBS posted a story about COVID-19 parties. So apparently, the brilliant college minds out there have decided to stick it to the man by throwing parties, charging money to get into them, and then having a couple of COVID positives hang out. There's like some kind of bug in here. I'll have to kill that. Having some kind of positive COVID motherfucker show up to the party, and then whoever tests positive for COVID first wins all the money they collected to get into the party. And I don't think the government realizes the more you like tighten your lockdown on people, this is an option for people that want to resist. You know, they actually have done it during other outbreaks in the past, you know, long ago. What is up with this gimbal? I haven't had the gimbal out in a while, so I'll just hold you there. This is a better angle anyway, isn't it? So yeah, that's the thing now. We'll see how pissed off the government gets about that. They can't control all 320 million of the population. That's true, LaFawn. Awesome natural selection in action. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're stupid and all of that. But, you know, I support the decision of their freedom to do that, you know. And they're talking about, like, literally the contact tracers are fucking going after them. They're doing all this shit. $2,000 a day fines and subpoenas to appear in court. You know, this is all... We have a constitution for a reason. So, not to get preachy, but they're really going to test this whole thing. You know, Cuomo also just announced snitch forms. Apparently, you are encouraged to fill out a form if you know somebody who didn't quarantine for 2 weeks after traveling from other states on a huge list of fucking states. So that's Cuomo's latest brilliant fucking plan. You turn everyone into snitches, which of course makes everybody hate each other and fight each other and all of that shit. So, yeah, there's that. They should do whatever they want. They're getting hammered by city management and even the fire department. Hello, honest as fuck. Good to see you again. Positive, not necessarily bad, but herd immunity. Yeah, it's one step closer to herd immunity. And they're saying that's what a lot of the clusters are. So... every time I'm somewhere I have to wear a mask. I tell people I'm more scared of the lack of oxygen than CO2. Well, you can come to South Dakota because I can tell you masks aren't a thing here. Nobody will shame you. I even got in an Uber and I asked the Uber driver because it's his car. It means I don't have to. He took his fucking mask off. It was great. I was like, yes, you could tell that freedom is winning. So... And I know some of you are butthurt about that, about the whole my take on the virus, but sorry. This fucking gimbal is... I should have just held the phone by my hand. I know some of you are upset by my take on the virus, but that comes from being out here the entire time and not seeing, hearing of anybody I know personally dying from this. I've had people in the comments say that, but that's people in the comments. I don't know you. I don't, you know, I have to go by the people I know in real life, and none of them got the virus. So I haven't worn a mask yet. Fight the power, Robert Rahm. They're going to blame COVID for the stock market collapse. No, I'm going to blame Cuomo for that, and Gavin Newsom. Two of the biggest state economies, and they're still fucked up. So there are diabetics and obese who don't understand empathy for them. Well, they need to fucking protect themselves. If you're in the vulnerable population, you shouldn't even go out. Masks aren't fucking foolproof. You know, people are touching shit all over the store that you go into and all of that. Send somebody to get your shit delivered. Disinfect that shit. Take precautions if you're vulnerable. But that's up to the individual. You know, this whole you're irresponsible for making choices with your own body that may affect other people, that doesn't fly with me. If you're sick, stay home. If you're sick, wear a mask. If you're sick, quarantine. If you are vulnerable, avoid, wait for herd immunity or wait for the fucking vaccine. Those are your options if you're vulnerable. I'm sorry, I didn't make the virus. That's the way it works. I myself, if I was vulnerable, I'd have been fucked by now. And I was willing to take the chance and find out. So that's my thoughts. You know, you do you. You know, I'm not encouraging any of y'all to go have COVID-19 parties anytime soon. But I can tell you every time I walk into Walmart, and damn sure when I went in that fucking restaurant, I was pretty much doing the same thing those dumbass college kids were doing, except I wasn't getting any money out of the deal. You know? I was going there to have a fucking piece of prime rib. It was pretty good. Might have been worth getting the COVID for. But that's what it's all about, you know? It's risk versus reward. We risk our lives every time we step outside. Driving this truck, I can't tell you how many times I almost died today. I had a fucking dude towing an RV decide to just randomly jut out into my lane earlier today. Should I wear a mask to protect him? He's not driving to protect me, you know, and nobody's fucking triggered about that. But, you know, that's my thoughts. You know, if people need to take personal responsibility, if you're afraid of the virus or you're vulnerable, you need to take precautions. That doesn't mean everyone else that isn't afraid of the virus has to. And that's my opinion. It's not going to change. I'm not going to waver on that. Nurses open test kits, wrote fake names. Kids wrote fake names. Oh, I already know somebody who's done that. There's a lot of that going on in New York. People who are writing... you know those forms they give you to fill out? There's people that are just writing, you know, fucked up names on them and addresses that don't exist and shit like that. People just aren't going to... Herd immunity is what we're going for, people. That's what's happening. It's either that or a complete shutdown. Do you really think we could withstand that economically? And how would our lives be? Nobody'd have fucking jobs. It'd be chaos. The unrest out there would just skyrocket. It would just be insane. And, you know, while the kids are ignorant that are doing this, they're no different to me than the fucking 150 people I had to wade through at Walmart because I was looking for some adhesive Velcro, you know? Or when I went to go get my fucking ribeye at the fucking packed to the hilt fucking restaurant. I mean, packed. Every table had people in it. And I had to sit at the bar to eat my fucking thing. And there was people I didn't know sitting right next to me, you know? And I was like, I could have gotten scared and got up and left. I walked in there knowing full well, if it's in there, I'm getting it. You know, I still operate under the assumption I'm immune because I've been in these situations so often now that I would have had it by now. If it was as contagious as fucking the news told me it was, there's no way I could go into fucking 25 different Walmarts in 25 different states, including New York, including all of the fucking bad number states, all of the good number states. I have been everywhere, not wearing masks. I don't fucking sanitize the cart before I push it. I don't worry about the shit I'm punching. I make fun of, or touching. I make fun of it, but, you know, if it's as bad as they're saying, why didn't I get it yet? You know? I could use the 2 weeks off, to be honest with you. So, there's that. But, you know, I'm an asshole because apparently I'm inconsiderate of people when they should really just be taking care of themselves and taking personal responsibility of the situations they put themselves in. So, that's my thoughts. Little rant there. I'm still in a good mood, though. Bill Gates knows best. Bill Gates don't know shit. So, Angie Grace, me too. I've never worn a mask and I do nothing differently in my life. I should be dead, right? Yeah, you would think. I mean, as scared as everyone... I see people on social media today because of the news. They're like, I'm just not going to go outside anymore. And this is back in New York. I got a lot of friends back in New York. Well, acquaintances anyway. And they're literally just going to stop fucking living their lives. I mean, if I thought like that, I couldn't do this job. I couldn't drive this truck because I would be fucking worried constantly if I was going to die. You know, there comes a point where your safety and caution and anxiety is preventing you from living your life. And if I get it and die, that's, you know, I'll be fine with it. They might make fun of me on CNN like they do everybody else that is, you know, against the lockdowns and ends up getting it and dying. But at the end of the day, when I'm laying there and they're getting ready to shove the fucking tube down my thing, which I'll fight to the bitter end, you know, they're going to have to hold me down for that shit because I ain't going to let that happen. I don't care if my oxygen level's at 30%. You ain't putting that fucking tube in me. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I die, I'll go out knowing I lived my life, I enjoyed my life, I had a good run, and, you know, there's nobody at fault but myself if that happens, because I could easily avoid these situations. I'm a truck driver. I spend 90% of my time in this box. I could literally just stay in here with one Walmart trip a week and not have contact with anybody except Walmart. How would that go? You know, truck stops when I fuel, I don't have to go in. I don't have to do anything. I don't, you know, I'm self-sufficient in the truck. I choose to go out because it gets old fucking living in a box, being by yourself all the time. Who the fuck wants that? We're social creatures. We want to be around other motherfuckers. So, you know, and to dehumanize us with masks and tell us to stay the fuck away from each other because we're afraid, you know, of something that has a 0.01% chance of killing us, I think we've just taken it too far. But we'll see how it plays out. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a fucking expert. Don't do anything based on anything I'm fucking doing. This is my philosophy. This is how I live my life. You know, I'm tired of the imposing on my freedoms. And I know for a fact I'm not the only fucking one out here that is thinking this way. Otherwise, all them motherfuckers wouldn't have been in fucking Texas Roadhouse not wearing masks today. So I'm pretty sure everyone is pretty much getting fed up. And that's the majority in a lot of the states I'm going to, you know, with the exception of New York. I don't know how to get through to people in New York, but they're just swallowing the Kool-Aid the whole way. But to be fair, Cuomo's being a pretty big prick when it comes to fines and enforcement. But at some point, somebody's got to stand up. Howard Hughes died of natural causes, but spent years living in a hotel room in his underwear, waiting for germophobia. Yeah, think of all the wasted time. Think of all the people in New York who were locked down, living in nursing homes, doing all of that, still got infected. So they spent their last fucking days locked up in their house, not with any of their loved ones, not socializing, not doing anything, and they still fucking got the disease and die. How the hell did that happen? Or so masks were mandatory, everything was fucking locked down. How did we still lose fucking the most deaths in the fucking country came from New York State? Still, I think we're still at the top of the list. I haven't looked today. But, you know, we're human beings. We have faced all kinds of hardships in our lives. And if we just cowered in fear at every single one of them, you know, I don't even think it's even about that anymore. Because to be honest, the networks and the governments that are telling us to do this and doing all of this for our own good, I don't think they give two shits about us. I don't think they give one fuck. Cuomo, do you think Cuomo cares? He's the most fucking strict of the bunch, and I'm telling you, he doesn't care about you. Doesn't care about anyone. You know? Except maybe his daughters. Because he goes on and on about them. Who we got to spend all kinds of time with. You know? Some people didn't get that honor. Some people died alone in the nursing home, couldn't see their kids. So sad. Sorry, I'm catching up with the chat. I went off on a little rant there. Beth Renkin, 100 years from now, everyone alive today will be dead, and we need to live today. That's true, Beth. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? No, don't want to be around stupid adult children who need to be told what to do. True story. You know, and that's the other thing. That's what this the most about. There's just so many people who are ready to obey, ready to just not question a fucking thing. They're like, CNN said to do this, so I'm going to fucking do it. You know, and it's funny. You know, well, it's not funny, but it's. I thought we were more freedom-minded than this, but it turns out we all just want to be told what to do or something. You know, I don't like that. I'm always going to choose freedom. Call it, you know, it could be my fucking oppositional defiance disorder fucking screaming at me, but, you know, same here, rat lay it down. Same here, I work 50 hours a week at a warehouse, shop at Walmart, go to the coffee shop, I'm fine. They started taking our temperatures at work last week, and thank God, no masks. Yeah, I'm finding more and more warehouse customers I get to, they don't give a shit. Like, I've become comfortable enough, because I used to be like, well, I can't fuck around at the customer because I am being paid to be here, so if they want me to wear a fucking mask, I gotta wear a fucking mask. That was my theory then. But then I started to see other truckers not wearing their fucking mask, and I started to see nobody saying anything to them. So I was like, you know what? What's one more? I took my mask off. I keep it in my pocket, because you never know when you're going to get fucking Karen's going to walk up to you and be like, hey, dickhead, you're not wearing a mask and I hate you. And then you got to put the fucking mask on. But it's getting to where the customers themselves aren't wearing them. You know, they're just doing their job. Masks suck. And they don't stop the virus. If they did, New York would have been the best state in the union. Because every motherfucker in New York religiously wears their mask. You know? In every fucking situation. I have never seen such compliance and obedience in the population before in my life. So, all the innocent Karens. Oh man, they're trying to make that some kind of fucked up word too. It's because somebody doesn't like it. We'll see. If I disappear off YouTube, make sure you find me on LBRY for using the word Karen. Full body suit, safe choice. Yeah, 'cause we could all walk around in bubbles. You know, it's gonna make dating real fun. Oh shit. So I hope you all got by the title that I was going to be bitching about COVID today, just because I ended up watching the media. And I gotta say, I must be addicted. I tried to resist the clickbait, but there's just so much happening, and some of it has got me kind of pumped. Like, I gotta tell you, I was pumped when I read that the kids were having COVID-19 parties, because that's one step closer to herd immunity, you know? Because you think about it, if they're all doing that, once they're done with their 2 weeks of illness, guess what? They're not going to infect anybody anymore. Isn't that great? I would say we should have fucking all kinds of controlled fucking parties to do that and just get this shit over with. You know, have doctors nearby to make sure everyone's good, you know, set it up. We have the resources. We're all spread out and disjointed right now, but if we concentrated our fucking resources, had one big giant fucking COVID-19, they should make a concert, like a music festival. We'll call it the COVID-19 Festival. And all the bands that aren't afraid of shit will go play at that shit. And we'll all be in there in fucking mosh pits, throwing motherfuckers around and shit. And guess what? At the end of that whole fucking crowd will get it. Some of them will get really sick. Some of them will have to go to the hospital, and sorry, but some of them might die. But they'll all have known that going into it. You know, we're not asking anybody to do this that isn't willing to take their chances. You know, not that this is all hypothetical. I'm not really starting a movement. But, you know, I would totally go to that. If there was like a 3-day music festival right now, and you had to sign a waiver when you go in that says that you might get COVID and die, I'll be like, all right, motherfucker, sign me up. Tickets better be a little cheaper, you know? So that's how extreme my opinion is on this. And I know that's going to rub some people the wrong way. I've been unfriended so much now. I've lost a bunch of fucking subscribers over it, and I don't give a shit. This is my opinion on it, and it's based on what I've seen and done and experienced out here. Not to mention the feedback I get from a lot of you in my comments. You know, I get one or two that are like, you're a piece of shit, and everybody else is like, hey, you know, we're ready for this to be over. So at some point we got to be ready for this to be over. We can't wear masks for the rest of our lives. New normal, my fucking asshole. So aren't the borders still closed? I believe so. I believe I can no longer do international travel at the moment. So I'm escaping to Mexico as soon as I get a passport. I don't know if they're letting people in. So you have the official CDC Learn More button below your video. That's awesome. Yes, you should definitely listen to the CDC. Don't listen to my shit at all. I knew when I put COVID-19 in the title I was going to get that. And I'm probably going to get demonetized too. It wouldn't surprise me. Good thing I make money doing something other than content creation. So there's that. Mexico still wants your money, trust me. That's the other thing. A lot of businesses, you know, I'm finding the successful ones are like not fucking with you, you know? Because let's face it, social distancing and masks in a business sucks. You got to wait longer. It's not an enjoyable experience anymore. Everyone's kind of being shitheads to each other too. You know, compared to a store that just lets you do your thing, that's where I want to spend my money and time if I fucking am inclined to go into a store. Same thing with restaurants. You know, if they got a restaurant with 4 of their fucking 200 tables open, I'm probably going to not eat there if there's a wait. Just saying. But that's my that's my thoughts. You might get, I don't know what that word is, windhammer for this stream. Could happen. Like I said, everyone knows my backup, DLive and LBRY. I am done fucking watching my mouth for Susan, so as long as they let me play here, I'll play with you guys. But, you know, at the end of the day, if I just end up on DLive and LBRY because my YouTube gets tanked, life goes on, you know. So glad you're fed up with masks. You had me worried a couple months ago. And that's the way we all were, though, back then. And that was justifiable back then because we didn't know what this was. We didn't see the numbers. We didn't see the data. We didn't realize, you know, what it was. They were telling us we were going to fucking die. And we didn't die. You know, and then we started going into Walmart, and we still didn't die. Then we started to go and hang out with our friends, and we still didn't die. Then we started to go to bars, and we still didn't die. And restaurants, and still can't go to gyms and malls in New York, but, you know, it is what it is. It's, you know, that's the thing. You step outside the box here and there, and it allows you to realize that maybe you were being scared of nothing. It's like when you first learned to swim. You know, you're staring at the pool. You've heard all kinds of horror stories that motherfuckers jumped into the pool and drowned, and you're just like, you're scared to death. You put like one toe in the end, you know, and then there's two types of people. There's the people that'll go in the little kiddie side of the pool, and then there's the motherfucker who'll go over to the deep end and be like, well, we'll find out, and then jump in. I'm the motherfucker that just jumps in and hopes that I can swim. Turns out that's how I learned to swim, and that's kind of a metaphor for this whole fucking thing. You know, the more people realize that they don't know anybody that's sick, they don't know anybody that's in the hospital that's died, or if they do know people that have it, all of those people have recovered, you know. And if you know someone who died, I'm sorry, you know. I also know people who have died from car accidents and cancer and heart disease, and I still don't know anybody that's died from COVID. You know, I don't know anybody that's died from the flu either, to be fair, but it's happened. Does that make me personally responsible for that? You know, I mean, by that principle, there should be nobody driving. All right? And my thing stands. If you want me to comply with this fucking mask horse shit, then I want to see everyone going the speed limit. I want to see nobody doing fucking double lane changes to get off the fucking intersection in front of my 80,000-pound truck. I don't want anybody slamming on their brakes in the middle of the fucking highway for no apparent reason. I don't want any of the stupid shit going on. I see out here people on their phones all the fucking day, you know, whacking off. I've seen it all out here in their vehicles, and they don't care about me or anybody else out here on the road. But if I go around them without a fucking mask, I'm a fucking dick, you know. And it's frustrating to me to be virtue signaled when I see so many people try and kill me every day on the fucking road. At some point, the hypocrisy will make you snap, especially when you're in this box all day by yourself, listening to fucking Tim Pool. That'll fucking fuck with your brain after a while, you know? So, yeah, that's what I'm at. That's where I'm at with COVID. I'm over it. Shit's over. All right, let's catch up with the chat. I went off on another rant there. Let's see. I'm scrolling way back up. Let's see where I can get to. I missed a lot. You guys were chatting like a motherfucker. M99, my friend said the only thing COVID related they had to do yesterday was one restaurant in Mexico made them step on shoe sanitizer and took their temperature. Shoe sanitizer? Can you get COVID through your shoes? M99, which would have kept me out to do. Sorry, I'm scrolling down. Let's go to Mexico. I don't really want to go to Mexico. You know, I kind of like it in the United States. There are still some states that don't suck, and I'm in one of them right now. And I'd like to just kind of keep it that way. Angie Gracie, I told Unstoppable Morgan to look you up. I have pull, LOL. Well, thank you, Angie. I did leave a comment on her video today because she said she's going to start a healing journey, and I'm like, hey, I happen to know some shit about that. So, you know, I offered if, you know, she wanted to meet up, I just offered in the comments. You know, but at the same time, as a YouTuber, I know that some people are uncomfortable with that. So, you know, no biggie if she decides that she doesn't want to meet up and do a collab or chat or something, you know. And we don't even have to do a collab either. I'd be cool just talking to her, you know, and seeing, because she taught me some shit to do nomad style, and maybe I have something I could teach her about health. I don't know. But she's good at building shit, it looks like. I'm suck at building shit, and I need to build some shit. So, I heard one guy that died. I hear that all the time, Jim Tipton. I heard about somebody that died. Yet, you know, it's not like your relative or somebody you know or a close friend. It's a friend of a friend had somebody that died. Or a lot of times it's a friend had somebody on Facebook that had somebody that died. You know, and I'm sorry, but people die, and there's nothing I can do about that. And the fact that I've been out here living this life is not what caused that person to die. That person having poor health, not taking care of themselves, not taking the proper precautions, is the reason why they got COVID and the reason why they, you got to take care of your health, people. That's one of the problems with why this virus is fucking us up, is people are not healthy. And I've been screaming for years for people to stop eating the standard American diet, stop all of the shit, and they're not stopping. And then this COVID comes along, which has a comorbidity factor that causes people that have been eating like shit their whole lives to get extra sick and require hospital care. And it's still my opinion that hospital care, my truck driver opinion, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, Susan. It's still my opinion that if our medical system was treating people properly and not intubating the shit out of everybody, which has an 80% mortality rate, that maybe this wouldn't be as deadly of a virus as it is now. And it's still 0.01% fatality rate. So imagine if we actually didn't intubate people and found other ways to get them oxygenated. But I'm not a doctor, I'm a truck driver. So that's my thoughts. What the fuck, you seen someone whack? Yes, I have, shill talk. It's happened more than once. The worst time was in New York City. This was about 6-7 years ago. I was going through New York City, across the George Washington Bridge. It was 3 a.m, and some dickhead in a car pulled up beside my fucking truck, flips on his dome light, and he's having at himself right there. And of course, when you're driving down the dark road and no other fucking cars are around and a car comes up and throws their dome light on, what's your natural fucking reaction to that? So I look over, I'm like, oh my God. And he stayed there, and I'm like fucking doing everything. I ended up closing the fucking side curtain so I didn't have to fucking look at him. And then he sped off, went down the road, like really far down the road. And then I see him pulled off on the shoulder because apparently he finished and needed to clean up and do all of that. And it was horrible. It was it was traumatic. I got PTSD from fucking seeing that shit. It was ridiculous. So yeah, and that same motherfucker's probably on Facebook telling me to wear a mask, and I should be ashamed of myself. It's because you haven't been to Mexico, Scott. It's beautiful. I'm sure Mexico is beautiful, but it's not someplace I really want to go. I've got a lot of other countries, like, Iceland, something like that. I wouldn't mind going to Europe at some point. Thailand, I'd like to go there. But international travel's off the fucking table for a long time, it looks like. Support local farmers if you guys can. I try. It's hard to do in the truck, though. Local farmers should totally set up stands at truck stops. They'd get my money. What's your 20? I'm in Sioux Falls, Devin. Let's do... My dad died in April because of COVID, not from COVID, and I will bet they put COVID on his death certificate. I don't trust the COVID death numbers. No way. Of course not. Anything that is for profit, which that's... there's, it's what, $29,000 a hospital gets paid per COVID patient? So, yeah, not only are they incentivized to let you, this is tinfoil hat shit, disclaimer, click the COVID-19 link down below for the real shit. But, tell me how greed in our for-profit healthcare system doesn't play into allowing the virus to spread to people, allowing people to die from it, when there's a financial incentive to do so, especially when they're not taking other patients because of the mandates. They gotta pay the bills on them fucking huge $300,000 houses and their fucking $500,000 student loans, So, yeah, if it means putting you on the floor of suspected COVID people because you came in with fucking broken arm, and then they test you and, oh, you got the COVID. Oh, we're going to intubate you. That's kind of the thing is. But I'm sorry to hear about your father. My father died from cancer, so I can sympathize there. And I was suspicious of the medical community when he died. But I was told that my suspicions are unfounded on that one. It just seemed like kind of weird how he went. So I've always been distrustful of the medical establishment. Is it cool there? No, it's hot everywhere in the country, Devin. So, catching up. Sorry to poke you. It's a rigged system. You're right on, Scott. Look at the... All right, I'm all caught up. Rigged system. Whew. That was quite the rant. Who knew I was going to get on here and talk shit for fucking almost an hour? So, you guys want me to keep doing these kind of little live streams too, where I can just kind of hang out and bitch? You know, or we could just do cooking ones. Those are a lot more light on the content. This is more podcasty than anything else. 13K if they put COVID on the death certificate. Oh yeah, and I've seen videos on LBRY from medical nurses who were in these hospitals testifying about the things they saw there, and they were intubating people who didn't need to be intubated. Literally injecting them with fucking fentanyl and putting them on a ventilator. And then their lungs just gave up and they died. So, yeah, not me. When's your next hike? Devin, it's going to be in the Black Hills, hopefully. I haven't figured out where yet exactly. I'll do that when I get there. So, my dad, cancer at 45, didn't drink or smoke, underwater welding in Mississippi, and cancer takes him. Yeah, I have my suspicions about the Mississippi River and Monsanto in terms of the cancer rates. If you look at the map, there's all kinds of health problems along the Mississippi Delta. It's ridiculous. And it has to be something that we're doing in our agricultural runoff. That's my theory on that. M99, the VA hospital killed my father, taking out his gallbladder after surviving Vietnam, getting shot and stabbed, prison, and heroin addiction. That's what did him in. Yeah, I don't trust hospitals. Now that's my personal thing. If you need medical attention, that's probably the only place to get it. It's just for me, I have to be really bad to go to a hospital. That's just me. Even when I was sick for that 3 weeks in February, which was probably the COVID, I didn't go to the hospital. I just fucking stuck it out. I didn't take any fucking medications at all because I don't trust the medications. But that's me. I'm paranoid and shit. So, you love my live rants. Thank you, Angie. I'll try and do more of them. It's really easy for me to throw the phone on a gimbal and go around and hang out with you guys too. Like I could take you guys out on IRL streams and stuff. Granted it's getting a little bit noisy and shitty because I don't have any lights on. I'm literally just in the dark because I got my front curtains open and shit. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. It's not, I don't have answers for all to do this. I just try to fucking live my life, as best I can. I try and be normal. I mean, what good is all of this work I'm doing if I can't enjoy my life? And I won't enjoy my life on lockdowns and social distancing with fucking masks. And if that means I'm taking a chance, I'll take the chance. I want to live my life. I wanted to travel this year and I did it. They told me I couldn't, remember? I was there in the early days, and I was like, I saw the writing on the wall when Cuomo was talking shit, and I was like, the only thing I have to do is hop in a truck, and nobody will say shit, because they need me to bring them their shit. All the businesses, the big, huge corporations that got to stay open, they needed me to bring their shit. So in exchange, I get to travel. I get to do things, And I haven't been fucked with in that respect. Like, other than having to get my temperature taken and invasion of my privacy with these fucking questionnaires at all the places, which I sometimes fill out, sometimes, I don't know. It's questionable how accurate my information is on those. But, it's just ridiculous, the shit that we're going through. I want to live my life. And if that means taking my chances against the virus, then so be it. And you know what? I think at the end of the day, at least half of us, because there always seems to be a 50-50 split on all these issues. Not sure why that is. I think at least half of us are in the same boat. That they just want to live their life. They'll take their chances. They take precautions. They wash their hands. They only go to places if they absolutely want to. All of that. But at the end of the day, we just want to live our lives again. We're tired of being told what to do, told to be pissed off, told to be in fear and hiding in our house behind masks while sanitizing everything. And it's not how our immune system works. It's not how we're designed to interact with each other. It's going to be detrimental as fuck to the youth of today. Imagine being a kid growing up in 2020 right now. What kind of lessons are they learning? So, it's frustrating. It gets frustrating. That's why I try and do the media fast. And I fail at it, I think. But I keep trying. Tomorrow I'm not going to click shit. In fact, I get to go up into the hills at some point, and I won't be fucking reading any of that shit going forward. Jim Tipton, I know farmers in East Washington. Monsanto is not our friend. Monsanto is not anyone in the country's friend. But we forgot about that because you know what? Oh shit. Sorry, just making sure. Because that might have been a COVID cough. Anyways, all of this concern about COVID has ignored a lot of the things that have been killing the shit out of us and continue to kill the shit out of us. Like our standard American diet is killing the shit out of us. Cancer's still fucking probably top of the list. Heart disease, diabetes, it's not getting any better. All these people wearing masks in Walmart are filling their carts with the worst fucking foods ever. That a lot of us that do keto and try and do healthy living, we have this little game we play. We go into the supermarket and we go, what's in the other asshole's cart? And I kind of walk around and I kind of like, well, they're going to have the diabetes and, they're young. They don't know any better yet. They are wheeling themselves around in the self-guided fucking wheelchair, stuffing their cart to the brim with soda. And they're wearing a mask. Does anybody have any idea how dumb that is? Wear a mask, then lift it up to smoke your cigarette. That's the other fucking thing. It's great. Are you doing that? It's really healthy. Makes a lot of sense. Not worried about the cigarettes, which damn sure has a higher mortality rate than COVID. But you'll wear a mask and browbeat anybody who doesn't. That guy that I told you about in the truck stop that yelled at 6 of us that weren't wearing masks, he was definitely obese and probably diabetic. And is that my fault that he was like that? Or did he just not care about his health? Now, granted, caring about your health is a little bit of a chore out here in the truck. But at the end of the day, we need more personal responsibility, and then maybe this virus wouldn't have caused the damage it caused. And we're not hearing that from anybody. Dr. Fauci's not up there telling you to eat better and take better care of your immune system. No. Wear a mask, social distance. Contradicting himself because he apparently authored a paper that, and I haven't gone and independently verified this, but I've heard in the Lancet there's something with Dr. Fauci's name on it that says masks are not effective. Feel free to put the link to that. I would be interested in reading that down below. I just haven't had time to go look for it. But, That's my thoughts. I realize it's not popular, my opinions. So, did my chat go away? You guys are awfully quiet. My chat was weird. Holy shit. Like, for some reason my chat wasn't updating. Let me scroll back. JG Lee, you're at your best with ranting. It's sad to see destruction, self-destruction everywhere. Nobody cares. Haven't you heard masks protect you from diabetes? Nope. Not when you lift them up and eat a Pop-Tart. So, will the mask flashes? I dig your rants. Thank you, Martin. Sorry if I missed chat. My chat stopped updating. This app sucks. Like my ass out, I wear one to smoke in just to look dumb as fuck when I drink a beer and hold the McDonald's cheeseburger. My favorite thing to do right now is to go into McDonald's and watch how many people are wearing masks while eating McDonald's. It's fucking great. Talk about hypocrisy at its finest. So, wow, Laura, are you gonna move to Mexico? Why does everybody want to go to Mexico? I don't want to be shot. There's a lot of fucking gang violence in Mexico. Let's see here. Me too. You guys are talking about moving to Mexico. I'm going to start smoking so I get a mask exemption. I even saw an article that says apparently smoking kills the virus. I don't know. I mean, it would make sense. Smoking kills your regular cells. Why wouldn't it kill the virus cell, Oh, viruses aren't cells, are they? I don't know how that works. They got spikes and shit and stick into shit and shit. So, sorry I missed out on a bunch of chat there. Yeah, I don't carry a cell phone anywhere now. Leave it home because of COVID app on all our phones. Yeah, I don't care if they fucking... I haven't gotten any notifications on COVID, so I don't know if they've tapped my phone or not for that. But they're not going to like it if they do. Credible all medical detection. I've missed so much chat. I'm sorry. I apologize. This app is shit. All right, I think I've caught up. Governor Newsom is closing restaurants again and for 3 weeks in California. Give me a break. Oh, yeah, because opening up just for protests and then closing restaurants afterwards, that makes sense. We can all get together, 10,000 of us, and protest, but it's the restaurant's fault. They should pay the price. I swear, they just want us to eat at Walmart for the rest of our lives. I question everything as well, and I agree from the foods we eat, the chemicals, toxins we breathe in, consume, our lifestyle choices. Yet the sheeple Karens don't want to talk about this. Nope, because it goes against their virtuous fucking attitudes. Lots of retired expats down there. Lori, are you gonna become a Mexican citizen? Can you even do that? I don't know that you can. Mexico is known for robbing truckers if you happen to deliver. Oh yeah, that's a real thing. We're told that it's a high crime area. We got to secure all kinds of shit. We can't leave the truck unattended. And they do, and I've seen it with my own eyes, mind you. They will take tires. They'll take lights out of your trailers. If you leave a trailer in a drop yard, it's open season for parts. So, yeah. That's why I'm not too keen on Mexico, If it's like that just on the border, imagine if you're in Mexico. I'm not talking about the expensive tourist fucking areas either. You're just to run twice per year to the border to reset visitor's visa. Isn't that what Vegetable Police did when he was in Thailand? Every 2 weeks he had to go to the border to reset his visa. So Thailand probably be a better choice than, but although I don't know how locked down they are. Who knows where you can go? So far, it's only South Dakota. South Dakota is the only place you can go that's still free. Nowhere else has freedom anymore. But you can still eat McDonald's and smoke, as long as you wear your mask and social distance. Not all Mexico's like that. Come on, I'm 62-year-old and I'm not afraid. Oh, I agree that not all Mexico's like that. Just the parts I've seen are like that. You know, and this is my own personal experience from going through El Paso, in Calexico, California, in those border towns. Yeah, no. You know, I'm sure not all of Mexico's like that, but they don't make a good first impression at the border. I'll just put it that way. So, but hey, you do you. Mexico's not on my list. Canada's on my list. I want to go to Nova Scotia. I wouldn't mind going to like BC. I'm sorry, I keep covering the mic. You know, a few other places in Canada, but you know, just not interested in Mexico. If I'm going to go tropical, I'm probably going to go in the Caribbean. I loved St. Lucia. St. Lucia was the shit. But we're not allowed to travel anymore, unfortunately. Live chat. All right. Washington State is now requiring business to enforce the mask. See, the problem is with the 10K fines and all the fines is a problem of enforcement. Think about it. There's a fine for speeding. How many people are speeding on the highway? Why are there so many people speeding on the highway? The reason is enforcement. So yes, 1 or 2 people are probably going to get a fine. But if enough people ignore the shit, they can't enforce it. That's the other thing they'll try and make an example of it. And, you know, what are they going to do when the fucking guy that makes $15 an hour minimum wage decides fuck your fucking mask shit? Are they going to sue him for 10 grand? I mean, is there going to be a 10? Oh, well, then you got to go to jail. So now we're jailing people? Does that sound like the America we signed up for? Where in the Constitution does it say that we should be jailed and have our freedom completely taken away for disobeying a law that is unconstitutional? So, yeah, we're going to see ridiculous enforcement of that, and then we'll see the court battle that follows. And hopefully, the system decides that that's unconstitutional, and then that will put a stop to all of that stupid shit. But I think we had a good year or two of putting up with stupid laws that aren't constitutional and fear-mongering by the fucking media. You know, I'm hoping it calms down after the election. That's my hope. But I'm not holding my breath. Just one of the reasons I'm learning to live in cars and trucks. That's why I'm out here, because I know that'll enable me to get away from the stupid areas. And make no mistake, going forward, in our lovely United States of America, there's going to be good states and stupid fucking states that want to become their own country within the United States. Like New York, the People's Republic of New York, and Emperor Cuomo. Just making sure he will destroy your business. He will fine you. He will lock you up. Mandatory quarantine, aka you're going to fucking jail if you travel to New York from one of these states of high infection rate list, which I think is pretty much half the fucking country at this point. So don't go to New York. He'll lock you up for 2 weeks. That's a 2-week fucking jail sentence if you don't obey and hide in your hotel room for 2 weeks. Who the fuck, what tourist goes somewhere and sits for 2 weeks before they do tourist shit? So now you're killing the entire tourism industry. So much for the Adirondacks, so much for any of the fucking events. There's no events. Those have all been canceled this year. You know, how much of this is the economy going to fucking take from this? So, I think you got an awesome setup, Belinda Wallace says. Well, thank you. I'm still working on it. When you're out here living in the truck, you'll keep refining your setup. You know, you'll always be working on it, trying to find more efficient ways to do that, and I'm still doing that. Plus, the minimalist in me is kind of getting triggered with how cramped it gets in here sometimes. So I've been gradually, like, getting rid of shit. Like, I got rid of a whole suitcase full of shit the other day that just I hadn't used the whole time. There's still a few things that are on my I should get rid of type list, but I'm really trying to make it as efficient as possible in the truck. Because the goal for me is to eventually transition to the Prius once I've saved up a shit ton of money. So that's on my list of shit to do. Stand your ground, vaccine is end goal here. Oh yeah, and they'll be finding me and throwing me in jail for not doing that. Or they'll fire me from my job and I'll have to go hunt fucking shit in the woods to survive or something. I don't know, we'll see how that plays out. But they ain't putting that fucking poison in me. I'm sorry, I done heard too much bad things about that shit. Now, I'm not going to go any details because this is YouTube and there are certain things that Susan absolutely will not put up with. And talking about vaccines is one of them. I will just say in advance, I am not going to take the COVID-19 vaccine, even if they're fucking forcing it. So, that's me. If it means I go to jail or I get the fucking electric chair or whatever else Cuomo has lined up for me, so be it. Not sticking them fucking poison in my ass. Sorry. Can't wait to see what you do with the Prius. Yeah, I'm going to be, next time I'm in New York, and I think that's going to be August time frame, I'm going to get the Prius all spun up so that I can camp in it and do road trips and take time off and shit. So, the Blonde Pixie, what are your thoughts on the Chaz Chop? I'm not up to date with the American or UK news because it's getting even more ridiculous. Well, they cleaned it out. So that's the other thing that clickbaited me back into the fucking out of my media fast. So I don't know. I still don't trust the cities because they're not doing their job. They're supposed to ensure safety and well-being of everybody, not just protesters. But too many people were getting murdered, and it's my opinion that it should have been fucking cleaned out the first week and prevented those 4 deaths instead of waiting until they pissed the governor off, you know, before they ended up clearing it out and retaking the precinct. You know, this is not how we do things. This is not how our country is supposed to function. You know, that's my opinion. I think that we're letting some really immature, unintelligent people get away with a whole lot of crime because we're afraid that we might offend somebody. And I think that needs to stop. That's that whole fear thing again. You know, that whole cancel culture. Cancel culture's on fire right now. They might come for me too, so I hope you're fucking subscribed to my DLive, my email list, and ScottTheTruckDriver.com, and of course, what did I say, DLive or LBRY? DLive and LBRY too. So, those are my backup plans in case I get kicked in the nuts and shit. I will probably get well, they're going to do it. They're going to hold your jobs hostage. That's how they're going to do it. Thing is, if you're an entrepreneur or you run your own business, good luck stopping that. You know, I'm ready to cancel the cancel culture. I think a lot of people are getting there. I think we're seeing a lot of pushback starting to happen. It just took a while because people were scared. It's the same thing. Fear is controlling so many of us right now. You know, you're afraid of somebody might think the wrong thing. Somebody might get you fired from your job. Somebody might get your channel deleted. Somebody might do this. Somebody might do that. All if you say the wrong thing. Listen, I'm a human fucking being. I'm going to say stupid shit every now and then. Sometimes I'll put my foot in my mouth. Sometimes somebody will tell me, hey, dickhead, that was really dumb. I wish you wouldn't say that. And I'm like, you know what? That probably was really dumb. But how am I going to learn that lesson if I'm too afraid to fucking even open my mouth in the first place? You know, how do any of us learn anything in that environment? How do we figure out who the shitheads are and who aren't the shitheads if nobody's wanting to talk because everyone's fucking afraid to fucking say anything? We need to fucking communicate, people, and that means listening to people that are ignorant and saying shitty shit that offends people. And, you know, I miss the days of George Carlin. We'll just put it that way in terms of free speech. I think we had a lot better free speech in his day than we do now. So, you know, we need to start speaking our minds and not giving a shit. When they come to cancel you, you give them the finger like Joe Rogan did. You know, they tried to cancel Joe Rogan and he ended up fucking calling them cocksuckers on Twitter. It was great. I was like cheering. So, but that's my opinion. I don't know if that answered the question on the chop, but it's my opinion that we need to get things under control. Peaceful protests, fine. Anything more than that needs to be put an end with an equal amount of force that is being used. We need to put an end to people getting shot, rolling through intersections, for people throwing bricks at people, from people just randomly beating the fuck out of people on the street. You know, this kind of behavior is not cool for any, and it's not solving anything. It's making it worse. If anything, it's going to create more ignorant fucks in the world. And I think we're at capacity for ignorant fucks, that we don't need to be making more people ignorant, you know? So, sorry. Wow, you guys got me on fire today with these fucking chats. Scott, run for office. You'd be a great debater. I don't think they'd put up with me saying fuck every other word goes keto. Shit. Yes, liked, hit the button. Thanks, Angie, once again, for promoting the channel. Plenty of resistance in upstate New York. I honestly, it's not open resistance. People are still, in businesses, are complying. You know, and some businesses are really being mask Nazis. And on social media, people are still browbeating people for even talking about not wearing a mask. I should know. I'm one of the people that gets to read how stupid I am on their fucking Facebook feed. It's one of the reasons I need to get off Facebook, probably. What a group tonight. Love you all. Thanks. This is great. I'm enjoying bullshit with you guys about this. Maybe we need to do more topical discussions and live streams in the future until we get canceled, that is. So, it's so nice to see so many no vaccine people. I am usually alone in this. Yeah, it's because a lot of the population, Angie, is compliant. You know, they don't ask questions. When they're sticking needles in me, which they did when I was in the military, for every fucking year they were sticking shit in me. I don't know what the hell that was. How much misery did I endure because they stuck some shit in me? That's why I haven't done it since, you know, and I won't. It's my body, my choice. They don't like it? Tough. You're going to have to fight me for it. That's how it works. Sorry, but Joe has controlled media. Who's Joe? No, we don't even... Yeah, that's the other thing about this whole lockdown fucking shit. Nothing's fun anymore. You can't go out camping in a lot of places. You can't do anything without somebody fucking up your fun, you know? And they expect you to still work 70 hours a week. They want me to work 70 hours a week, but I can't go into a fucking store because everything closed at 7 o'clock tonight, you know? And in some states, I can't go into a restaurant because they only seat fucking 6 tables and they're full at dinner time, you know? Or I can't go into a bar because bars are closed, you know? I can't go sing karaoke because I might get the plague, which thankfully they're not doing here in South Dakota. I'll get to sing karaoke again while I'm here, and I plan on doing it. But, you know, why would I do all this work and make all this money if I can't go and enjoy myself? It's kind of the point. You know, piling up this money that could lose its value if we keep doing what we're doing, simply just so I can go out in my Prius and live my life and enjoy life. That's what I want. That's my goal. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm in this box. This brilliant box. I'm going to close this. You guys are going to be getting tired of seeing this shitty lighting. I'm going to close my curtains so I turn my lights on so other truckers don't stare at me. We're in the dark together now and shit. It's all fucking crazy in my little COVID box. All right, hold on. Hey, let there be light. Yeah. I can probably get up and walk around a little bit. My ass is getting swampy. Let's see here. Larry, doctors push pills and vaccines to make money and keep us sick. Absolutely. And, you know, anybody who's watched me all these years knows my thoughts on this. I haven't been secretive about the big pharma. And believe me, I haven't lost sight of them because there are saviors from COVID all of a sudden. So, yeah. You better save your... Okay, hold on. Shit. Fucking... Let's see here. You better save your money for when they make all transportation workers get the vaccine. Oh, I'll be out. If fucking my trucking company said that, I'd be like, bye. Good luck getting your fucking soda to Walmart now, motherfucker. Gonna stick a needle in me. Fuck you. No way. They won't do it. The transportation industry won't do it because they know we'd all quit. You know, there'd be some compliant motherfuckers. But the first people I saw out here to not wear fucking masks are truckers. Because we're going to die anyway in the truck. From all the fucking people driving stupid, why would we care about COVID? And I find that there's a lot of us out here that don't. There's a few motherfuckers that are wearing masks all the time out here. And some of them are probably bad health and probably should. But the majority of us truckers out here, we don't give a shit. We're just like, you know, we'll start caring when you guys stop fucking trying to kill us out here. Also, you can go to Walmart and buy your fucking plastic shit and your fucking soda. You know? I've hauled probably at least 4 loads of soda during COVID while other businesses are going out of business. But we can still have soda as long as you wear your mask. All right? You want to drink some glyphosate? Wear your fucking mask. It's important. You know, even though glyphosate causes cancer and autoimmune problems, wear your fucking mask. Because I said so, and if you don't wear your mask, you're killing grandma. Not Cuomo, you. You know, that's how asinine this is. You know, we're not taking care of ourselves to begin with. And it's all for money. You know, all of this boils down to 2 things. Control and money. And just follow the money. Who's doing really well right now? Financially, business-wise. Who's making the most money right now? And at whose expense? And just look at that. I don't care what side of this you're on. Who's making the money right now? And who's not making the money right now? Which one are you? You know? That's the point. And when you follow the fucking money, where does it take you? At the end of the day, it's about the money. Yep, Amazon's on top right now. So is Walmart, Costco, you know, all of these fucking big companies that didn't shut down probably quadrupled their business. And it's in their interest to keep us doing this. You know who else is making lots of money right now? The fucking media. The mainstream media. Because everybody's tuned in, waiting for the next fucking thing that's ending 2020. You know, the next big catastrophe. It's all fucking, it's all money. And it's all flowing in one direction. You guys got me on fire tonight. What the fuck? I did not expect this. I was going to come on here and just tell a story about the COVID party that I attended at Texas Roadhouse. And we ended up just fucking going balls deep into the whole fucking 2020 phenomenon. Wow. Rabbit holes and shit. So, gotta love it. Money and power. Cuomo's a thug that dresses a little better. Yes, he is. And he just doesn't stop. I feel like every fucking week during this, he's come up with some new stupid rule that doesn't make sense. You know, this whole... Now he's going to hunt people down and give them $10,000 fines if they went to Florida and sat on the beach for a week and then quarantine. You know? We're doomed. We're really doomed. Not me, though. I'm in my box. Nobody bothers me in my box. Except maybe the fucking troopers every once in a while. House stuff hanging. It's a little bit stuck to the sides right now, Lizzie Jones. It's hot. It's been hot out. I definitely need to hit the shower tonight. Probably tomorrow. Tired. Probably not gonna do it today. I gotta get up real early in the morning too, so there's that. Goes Keto, we're here for you, brother. Well, thank you. This is the most... Maybe I need to talk shit more often. There's 75 of you watching. It's way more than when I cook. So please be aware of your surroundings on the 4th and be safe. I am keenly aware that our president is gracing the town that I prefer to go to with his presence, which will probably lead to a bunch of stupidity. So I'm a little worried about that. I probably won't make it to Mount Rushmore because it's going to be crowded and probably there'll be some stupidity going on. But the governor of South Dakota has said she ain't gonna put up with that shit. So hopefully everything's cool. And I think I believe her when she says she's gonna fucking enforce the law. And that's really all I want. I want to go somewhere and feel safe. That's it. You know, I don't want to be worrying about somebody busting my window or hit me upside the head because I stopped at an intersection. I don't want any of that. And I'll go to the states that I know that that's not a problem, you know. And for the ones that are a problem, well, guess what? That's a lot of money I'm not spending in your town. So, let's see here. Tina Wagner, the big farm is drooling and waiting to get big pharma is drooling and waiting to get big money from shots. Yep, they're working hard on it too. They'll have it by the end of the year, and then the media is going to browbeat everyone into complying. And then the governors are going to be like, if you don't, you can't go to work, or you can't go to school, or you can't go to a public building, or you can't get on an airplane. You know, there's all these things they're going to do to make you get that shot. And so I would start learning some skills that don't involve any of that shit. Just one I've been about for years, so it's not a big stretch for me. But Lauren, sorry. Oh, you are late. It's been an hour. Lauren, you're going to have to watch the replay. I got triggered like 4 times on here. That's 4 rants for the price of 1 and shit. Just the beginning. The worst is yet to come. I can't deny that, Whaleman 157. This is just the beginning. Let's see what else we got. Scrolling up. History is being rewritten. Independence Day will be renamed Dependence Day. That might be a true story, William Graves. True fucking story. Cuomo never missed a haircut. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do what I got to do tomorrow, and that's go into a truck stop shower. If anything, I'm helping save hairdresser lives everywhere by shaving my own fucking head. I would homestay if I could. Believe it or not, that's one of my long-term goals, is to get a piece of land that I can boondock in, that I'll own. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this truck shit, is to save up money to get that, so that I always have a place to park. I'm going to be a long-term vehicle dweller. I've gotten into it. I've seen how easy it is to live off the grid, and I want to live off the grid when this is all said and done. I know, obviously come out for internet and uploading videos and shit, but as far as electricity and utilities and all of that, I don't want to hook up to and pay their fucking rent and bills anymore. You know, that's me. And you know what? It's probably a good idea in these times. Let's see, I gotta scroll up. Best episode yet. You like my rants, Tool? T-U-L-E, Tool, did I pronounce that right? Not like the band Tool. I'll be getting a lawyer and negotiating for early retirement. Oh, well, there'll be lawsuits. You can't tell somebody that they have to vax or they can't go to work and not expect fucking lawsuits. Question is, will our judicial system step up? I don't have a lot of faith in that either. So, what sort of vehicle will you use? Well, I'm actually, you know, that's a tough question because I'm mulling that one over as we speak. I'm actually going to do a video, van life versus truck life versus car life. So I don't want to spend my wad on this live stream. But I'm kind of mulling it over in the balance between being able to travel easily, cheaply being the operative word. So that rules out RVs. I don't think there'll be an RV in my future unless somehow my channel becomes 1 million subscribers and then I can do that full time. That's not going to happen anytime soon, so I have to think about a budget, you know, and the budget says Prius, and I'm leaning strongly towards Prius because I've done it. I've spent days and days and days out there in the Prius, and it's fine. I sleep perfectly comfortable, and it's stealthy as fuck. You can park literally anywhere. And then there's van, which gives you more comfort, less gas mileage, and sometimes people are like, I can spot van lifers nowadays. You know, I see them parking at the truck stop. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what they're doing. They even got the Sprinter with the solar panels. Love the solar panels. You know, So for now, it's going to be bouncing between this truck, which is quite comfortable to live in, mind you, but I don't have to pay the gas for this. I don't have to do anything. They pay me to be in here. So that fucking works out. And there's room for all my shit. Like, I can show you the updated shit a little bit. But I've cleaned up a little bit up there. It's not quite as shitty cluttered looking. Got my fridge over there and shit. Still got my microwave and shit. Got my Jackery next to my piss jug on the floor there. It's great. This is my snacks that I bought. Keto and shit. Some fucking MSG filled fucking pork rinds. Bark, but you have to be really careful with this because it's 16, 15, 14, 13 net grams. So I only eat like 1 or 2 of those after eating something else. And this is also something you have to be very sparing with if you eat it. You know, but like I said, I got 50 grams of carbs a day, so I ration appropriately. And I've been doing OMAD. So today all I had was my prime rib and a salad and Halo Top. That's all I ate there. So I made it purty. That's the other thing about living in a vehicle. It's real easy for it to get funky real quick. So you gotta constantly be maintaining. You need a crock pot, run it 24/7, nonstop. Just drop chuck roast in it. I'm not a big chef like that. I don't think I've ever roasted anything in my life. So, what did Belinda Wallace say that required an OMG? Angie, I shed 50 pounds and my son asked me if I had cancer. Wow. Because they're keto, I assume. Can you pull a trailer with your Prius? People have done it, but I wouldn't put shit on my Prius like that because I want stealth. Like, I want to be able to park in a hotel parking lot and not get the knock on the window, or in a residential street away from another person's house, or, you know, stuff like that, because you never know where you want to park in a Prius. You know, I like getting out in nature, but I also like going and doing touristy shit. And touristy shit's expensive, you know, even for parking. So, you know, one of the things you can do for, like, when you go visit a city, if we ever get to where I can do that again, is you can park your Prius in the parking garage for 24 hours for like $25, and then you sleep in the motherfucker. Nobody knows you're in there. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna get the Prius as my secondary home. This is my primary home till I save up enough money to get the fuck out. You know, that's the plan. At some point, we'll go to 2 hours on this stream, and then I'll call it a night. I got to get to bed soon. Hey Scott, I'm just curious and nosy. LOL. Have you given up on dating yet? It's not on my list of shit to do. If it happens, it happens. But I gotta say, I'm not on fire about it. First of all, look at the lifestyle I'm living. Who wants to date a fucker that's doing this? You know? Let's be serious here for a minute. You know, you when you go into the bar and you're sitting there and you're hitting on a woman and she asks you what you do, and, you know, stuff like that. You know, oh, I live in a truck. Full time. All the time. You know? Oh, occasionally I sleep in my car too. I piss in a piss jug. Is that cool? And sometimes I shit in a bag. They're gonna be like, sign me up! Yes, swipe right and shit. Yeah, no, I don't think dating's gonna work out for me anytime soon. Just my thoughts. Not to mention washing my balls every 3 days. Probably not a list of things that make you want to get dated. You know, just say it. You know, baby wipes only fucking cover up so much ball sweat. Hider seeker, there's someone out there. I don't know. I quit looking, to be honest with you. I'm at the point now I'm not looking. I'll flirt all day. I'll even have one-night stands with Bible thumpers in Rapid City. But, you know, that being said, I'm kind of jaded when it comes to dating. I just assume that this is my life going forward. And I don't picture a lot of people jumping on board with that, you know. It'll work out for you. We'll see, Devin. We'll see. It could. They make ball deodorant for me. It's funny you say that. A long time ago, you just made me think of a story of my old YouTube days. You know, back when we had stars instead of the like button. I actually got featured on Fresh Balls website, freshballs.com, because I did a video laughing my ass off because I heard the Fresh Balls commercial on Howard Stern. This is we're talking way back machine, when he was first moved to Sirius and he was doing Fresh Ball commercials. So I made a video about it and I ended up on their website. This, you know, fucking promoted my channel back when I was just a dickhead trucker that didn't know shit about shit. So yeah, I was once a spokesman for Fresh Balls. Meanwhile, I never used the shit. Probably could use it though. I use dude wipes. Does that count? We're all jaded, Scott. You still have to continue on and think positive. That's the thing, Devin. I'm thinking positive regardless of the dating situation. A lot of people put their happiness in the dating or relationship basket. After years and years and years of failed relationship, of drama, of cheating, of all of that shit that's happened to me in relationships, it got to the point where I realized the only way I'm going to be fucking happy is if I make my own happiness. And that's what I'm doing. I'm a happy motherfucker today. You know? See that bed? I got that whole motherfucker to myself. I can roll over in the middle of the night and snore and nobody's gonna fucking slap me around for it. You know? If I don't feel like washing my balls for 2 days, no one's gonna say nothing. You know? It's all, I'm happy about that, you know? There's lots of other things that get on my nerves that I'm not happy about in the world today, but dating's not one of them. I've had a good run. You know, I've been in multiple relationships, some of them years long. I've done it pretty much everything that I needed to do in that department. I don't want to go into details because there are some people that I don't talk about on here. But I'll just say that I've done all I can do, you know, in the dating world. And while I wouldn't turn down a good woman if she came to me and wanted to be part of my life, I'm just highly skeptical that that's going to happen anytime soon, you know? And I'm not setting it as a life goal. Like, I'm not looking to create roots or anything. I'm a nomad. I wander now. You know, I go wherever the fucking truck goes. And then when they're done, when the trucks are done fucking sending me places, I go where the fuck I want to go. I'm not ready to be asking somebody's permission for anything. So that's why I don't believe I'll succeed in the dating world, is because I don't know that anyone's going to put up with that. You know, it's like, oh, by the way, I plan on going to, you know, Yellowstone again for a week in a car. You cool with that? You know, if you're not, bye. You know, nobody wants to put up with that. They want you to make compromises for them. They want you to do all of that. And the minute you don't, they're out. And so, yeah, I'm a little jaded in the dating department. And so far, I have yet to be proven wrong in that department, at least in my personal experience. Nobody cares. Betty Sue, LOL, my friend was in Utah and could smell food, but no food cooked for breakfast, nothing but juice, hotel, and made everyone hungry. Did I miss something? You guys having a conversation without me? I feel you, at least you're realistic. It took many years for me to be realistic. You know, you got to understand, this is part of the journey for me, is that I put happiness in the relationship bag for fucking years. Like, years. I thought that was the key to happiness. And I had some of the worst depressions and experiences. And, oh my God, some of the things I went through because I thought the relationship and that classic American dream was the way to go. And I'm surprised I'm still here sometimes. So, because that's how bad it got. So it took quite a lot of soul searching for me to get here. And some of you have been watching the channel long enough that back when I was with who we nicknamed Sugar Walls for the channel, because she didn't want to be on YouTube. You know, you were there. That was a bad one. That, you know, not her fault. Well, some of it was her fault. Some of it was my fault too. You know, I was drinking a lot back then. It was fucking horrible for both of us, and it needed to end. And that's when I kind of kicked off my journey. When that relationship ended is when I became a minimalist. I got rid of a lot of my shit, moved in my truck right off the bat because I was renting her house from her because she had two places. That's a long story. But, you know, she wanted me to keep renting the house. I was like, no, I'm good. And I just picked up what I could fit in this box and left and became minimalist. Because I'd already been fapping to minimalism for like a good 6 months before that, you know. But that's when I made the leap, when that relationship ended. So, yeah. So we got all fucking personal and shit on here. Let me catch up with some chat. Sorry, chat was flying by, and this thing sucks at keeping me posted on shit. So if I miss your chat, try again. Oh, shit. I already read that. I think I read that. Miss Gecky77 picked me up, Scott. I'm in Palm Springs. I would have to quarantine you for 2 weeks. That's the other thing about dating. In order to have any kind of meaningful relationship, we would both have to be in this box. I have experience with this. I've been in 2 relationships that were long-term in this box. Like 2 years, almost 2 years for one of them. I don't even know if she's watching this. I'm telling you, if you think marriage is hard, live in this box, this small space, 24 hours a day, taking showers together, pissing in piss jugs, or better yet, converting the luggable loo so that she can take a piss in it every night. It's always fun to smell that. It's great. And, you know, and you're in this box. So imagine the days when you fight. Like when you just, you know, you're like, I don't like you today. Where do you go? You can't go into the other room and fucking shut the door. You can't even go in the bathroom. You get a separate shower. I've used that trick. You know, or you give them your shower and you don't wash so you could have the truck to yourself for a half hour. You know, I mean, it's rough living 2 people in the box. You know, so that's my thoughts on nomad dating as we continue to explore it. But who knows? Someone might come along that I might get along with in this box. They have to be pretty fucking patient motherfucker, I'll tell you that. Relationships are tough, man, I understand. And the dating pool's been shit too, Devin. In my age bracket, anyway. So, it is what it is. Ever since my divorce back in 87, I love my freedom. That's Lizzie, that's the thing with me. I like my freedom too. And it's going to take a hell of a woman to make me give that up. You know, not to say it's not possible. Like, I could meet somebody that's so good that they make me change my whole plan. But as I've been out in the dating pool, I haven't seen anybody even remotely come close to that. To make me want to give up my dreams and my aspirations and my traveling and my minimalist lifestyle. And, you know, I have yet to find one that'll make me reevaluate. Well, like I said in that other video, it's not impossible. I'm not going to say never. I'm just going to say that I have a better chance of getting COVID right now. Just saying. And dying than I do getting in a relationship that'll make me change my path. So, Lizzie, I have 2 sons in adulthood. I have patience to burn. So, I am 44 years old. I assume that when you say at 43, you meant my age. But yeah, I'm 44. Getting old. Pretty soon there'll be no fucking non-gray hair left here. I really need to trim my fucking stash too. It's getting all porno-like. So. That kind of relationship is going to get real quick. That's true, Jim. Shit gets real in here. You learn all of your fucking habits together when you're in this. I follow a lot of nomad females on YouTube, and you'd scare all of them except Morgan. I don't know. I don't know that Morgan and I would be compatible in that way, Angie. I know you're trying to get us together. I don't think that's going to happen. She's got 3 dogs. There's no room for a dude in there. All right? There's no room for a dude in the Bronco. And I can only bring 1 dog here. 2 maybe. But 3 is a lot of dogs. That's a lot of dogs. That's a lot of dogs eating shit and all of that. No. Morgan doesn't want nothing to do with me, and it'd be great to have a friendship with her, though. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think that she would be interested in me, and I definitely could not move into the Bronco with 3 dogs. Just 3 dogs. It's hard enough with 2 humans and 3 dogs. I've only ever had a pet out here once, and that was with one of the girlfriends that I had out here. You're gonna love this. We had a pet rat. She wanted a pet rat. So I was like, yeah, let's get a pet rat. This is why I don't think it'd work with 3 dogs. That rat shit more than any creature I've ever seen in my life. The truck constantly smelled like shit. It was fun though, don't get me wrong. I wasn't scared of the rat. I wasn't disgusted and grossed out by the rat. Rat surprisingly is smart, like a dog smart. We would let him run around and creep people out too. That was always fun. When you're on the fuel island, we'd let the rat out of the cage and let it crawl on our shoulder and shit. We'd be all pimping in the window and we'd be like, sup? But other than that, the cleaning of the cage, it was horrible. It was horrible. And I'm just going to come out and say that I don't think it would work with 3 dogs. 1 dog that's very well behaved, perhaps. 3 dogs, and from what I've seen of her videos, I don't think she's interested in that. I don't know. She seems to want to get out there and have her journey, and she should. I'm having my journey. We're all having our journeys of healing and whatnot. Doesn't mean I wouldn't want to run into her and hang out every now and then. But yeah, 3 dogs. So I'm sorry, Angie. I hope I don't disappoint you. I don't think you're trying to hook me and Morgan up together is going to work very well. I don't think she's interested in what I have to offer her, and 3 dogs. It's just, I can't do 3 dogs in a small space. If I were to date Morgan, I would literally have to just follow her around in my Prius, which would only be capable of happening when I'm not trucking. So that's my thoughts on trying to hook up with Morgan. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Morgan's at a guy's house at the moment. I've kept up with her videos, and she mentioned she's going out into the national forest, and was looking for advice on things to do to stay out there long term. So I don't know. And who knows? I don't know her status. She might be dating that guy still. She just might be going to do her thing and doing long distance shit. I don't know. But Angie's, I think you're the one that turned me on to her channel too. So thank you. I love watching her channel. She's entertaining. She's been through so much shit, and I'm only through like a quarter of her videos. I'm going through her backlog here and there. You know, it'll pop up in my feed, and I'll click it. So, and it's damn sure better than watching fucking mainstream media right now. I'll tell you that. But yeah, she's attractive. I like her. I like her attitude. She's damn sure better at fucking fixing shit than I am. But I don't think our lifestyles are quite compatible, you know, because, you know, we would both have to make changes for that to even come close to working, and I don't think either one of us are willing to make any changes right now. That's my thoughts. So I'm sorry, Angie, but best you can hope for is that her and I do a video together or something. Maybe hang out. I don't know. She didn't answer my fucking comment, so I tried. Oh, shit. I'm more interested in if Morgan starts her health journey. She quit smoking. She did all of that stuff. She's working on her diet. So that's what piqued my interest and why I reached out to Morgan. Because I'd like to see her succeed, because if she succeeds, a lot of people follow her channel and they might also try working on their health. You know, I get all these emails from people over the years on how just me sharing my journeys helped. The more people we have fixing their lives and being happy and sharing their journey, the more it'll work. So Lizzie, I'll have to give Morgan's vlog a look. My only other vlogger is Vegetable Police. I still watch VP too, or Vegetable Conspiracies. Although I gotta say, I'm glad he went keto. Like, I was celebrating that shit after all the years of him shit talking keto. And then all of a sudden he decides to go keto. And now it's the greatest diet in the world. It's great. It's like, for once, him and I are on the same page. Ah, shit. What else we got here? She's awesome, resilient. I agree, Caxian. Definitely, if you're not following Unstoppable Morgan, you should watch her channel. It's one of the best, in my opinion, it's one of the best van life vlogs I've seen. And she wasn't always a van lifer. Like, it's her whole life journey. She just recently set out in the Bronco, which is the most unlikely car to camp in my opinion. You know, but that being said, you know, she lived in an RV for a little while. She's living a crazy life, and she's sharing it. And she also likes to make the best thumbnails that have broken the internet that I've ever seen. So we'll just say that. So go over there and buy one of her t-shirts or whatever she's selling. And also donate to her too, because I think she's surviving a bit on her content creator income. I don't need you guys to donate to me because I make money in the truck. So, but full-time content creators like Morgan, I think, probably could use every amount you can. But I think she's getting a decent amount of support in what she's doing. So, congrats to her. Did you watch her from the beginning? She was making big money and then she lost it all, been through a lot. I've watched bits and pieces of the early days, Angie, and like I said, I just started watching, so I haven't been able to catch up. I'm not really watching sequentially. Like, I kind of pop in and out of her channel and pick a video I haven't watched yet. It's the same way I watch that chapter. Like, I'll go and say, oh, I haven't watched that one yet. And if it's an old one, I watched an old one. So I'm getting bits and pieces of her story, but every once in a while she does retell the story. So I'm kind of getting the picture of what she's been about and all that. But yeah, so it's a classic chasing the American dream and then ending up in van life kind of story too. Like, only it there for you to actually, you could see the whole thing unfold. So that's why I like about her channel, is that she's real. I like people that are fucking real. You know, it is what it is. I'm considering going nomad once I hit 65. Give it a try first, Lizzie. You don't have to go full fucking balls deep to start with. You can take 2 weeks. That's how I tried it out, you know. Although, granted, I was trucking for 7 years, living out here at one point. But I had still maintained like an apartment and all of that back then when I was stupid. Think of if I had that money now. All that money I wasted on having a fucking apartment while driving around in this fucking thing. If I had that money today, I could have stayed in the Prius. So, I wonder how long it'll take VP to change to some other new diet he thinks and think keto sucks. I don't know. Next time he gets a symptom, he will, probably. We got 15 minutes to go, and then I'm going to log off of here. Is world travel on your list, Scott? Kaxian said. Yeah. I can't pronounce your name. Kaxizen? Kaxizen. All right. At some point, I'd like to get over the pond a few times. I wanted to go to Iceland. I want to go to Thailand. I've wanted to go to England. I actually have a lot of people that are on my, watching my channel in the UK, so I kind of want to go there, but I don't want to go there now. Just saying. I wanted to go to Italy, Rome. Basically all the places that are currently locked down as fuck right now, I wanted to go. And I also want to go back into the Caribbean, a few other places. You know, I've been to St. Lucia. I actually want to go back to St. Lucia one more time on my own, where I'm not having to work, because it was a workcation when I did the photography shit. I want to go down there when I can just fucking chill on the fucking beach, maybe get a massage or some shit. You know, I don't know. Go parasailing. Something. Although snorkeling was awesome. If you haven't watched my St. Lucia videos, that was one of the fucking most brilliant, eye-opening moments of my life going down there. So, would you do it in one trip? I can't afford to do it in one trip. You know, it all depends on how this plays out. One of the reasons I'm in this truck is so that I can pile up money to do shit. And my theory going forward is I'll pile up money, then go out and try and make it last for a year, then hop back in the truck, pile up money again, and kind of do an alternate year fasting style of trucking so that I can get all the travel done I want. You know, I want to go boondocking in the fucking national forests. I want to go out in the fucking desert. I want to do all kinds of shit. And I've gotten a taste of it, and I can do it in this truck, albeit a month in between each fucking time. But I want to be able to do it to where I can just go out and stay out for a while, you know? So that's the goal. I gotta have money first. Because Susan said I can't do it and be a YouTuber. Motherfucker. All right. Although if YouTube ever takes off again, and I hold my breath, I'd be more than willing to be a full-time Prius camper and vlog that way. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. Wow, Morgan is hot. Goes keto. Yes, Morgan is definitely attractive, and I think she knows it. That would be why she does those thumbnails and the bikini shots. But she's not as atrocious about it as some of the other van lifers that show off some skin. But at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to get your clicks. I'm sure if I put a bikini on, I'd get some clicks. Not necessarily from people I want clicks from, but, you know. If I put a bikini on and lay it on the beach, would you all click my shit and like and subscribe? It's important. If I put my ass cheeks in the thumbnail, You'd follow my shit and click the bell, right? Just saying. We'll see. My favorite was when she went and got naked at Niagara Falls. That was fucking... If you didn't watch that video, you should. Just saying. That was what? That was in the winter, too, she did that. Let's see here. Sorry, Scott. What are you sorry about? We're checking out Single Dad Nomad channel. He shares some good tips. Is that the name of his channel, Single Dad Nomad? So, go ahead and give a bikini a try. I'll work on it, Belinda. 1,000 likes. No, hold on. 4,000 likes. And I'll put a bikini on in a video and make a thumbnail. All right? It's a challenge. 4,000 likes. And you'll have to have watched the whole 2-hour fucking live stream to figure out that I made this little challenge. But 4,000 likes. I'll put a fucking bikini on and make a thumbnail. That's it. That's how much. That's the price of my humiliation. Let's see here. Scott in a bikini, John Cleese would be proud. Wow, you're going in the Wayback Machine there. Nobody cares. Have a happy 4th, everyone. If it's possible, please be extra safe. Watch your back. Stay alert. Word out. It's going down in towns. Ugh. I don't know if it's going down in towns. Nobody cares. I haven't been watching the news. You know, I watched those 2 stories just because of the COVID shit today, but if it said protest, I still avoid it. Although I did get messages on my Qualcomm saying that we need to be vigilant because there's lots of protests over 4th of July weekend. So we already know you own a bikini. Oh no, I don't own a bikini. But I'd go into Walmart for 4,000 likes, pick out the cheapest fucking bikini I could find, and make a thumbnail in classic bikini thumbnail style for my channel. Along with a nice keto clickbait title. We went from ranting about COVID-19 to Scott in the bikini. Yeah, we cover all the bases here, goes Keto. I want to make sure you got quality fucking content at the end of the day. So, yeah. I didn't say G-string. Well, let me make that clear. We're talking some 1950s bikini shit. Ah, shit. Things we do for clicks. I'm such a YouTube whore. Just saying. Anyways, gotta call it a night. Probably should have went to bed an hour ago. It's all good. I got tomorrow evening off. Anyway. So, thanks for hanging out with me on this long live podcasty stream. Mash that like button, but not too much because I don't want to fucking wear a bikini, alright? But I really doubt 4,000 people are going to even watch this for 2 hours, long enough to figure that out. So good luck trying to make that happen. Head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com. Sign up for my email list so that if talking about COVID gets me banned, I can at least let you know where I'm posting shit after this. And when I go live on DLive for my karaoke streams, which are still going to be over there, so don't unfollow me there. Follow me if you like me singing and hanging out and bullshitting. Can't do that here. Head to LBRY. Every once in a while I post some exclusives there. I haven't done one in a while. It's on my list of shit to do. But all my videos here tend to get mirrored over there. Some of them haven't been going over lately. I don't know what the fucking deal is there. But LBRY is a good backup for me. I tried BitChute. It didn't fucking work out. So I'm going to go to bed now. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit. And thanks for y'all hanging out with me and listening to my ranting and stories and picturing me in a bikini and shit.